Hey guys, so today's lesson is one that I think you'll do pretty good with. It's a skill that we worked on, and it's not too bad. We've done a lot of it, and I think it'll be fairly easy for most of you. So we're going to work on solving one-step addition and subtraction equations using only whole numbers, so no fractions or no decimals. Okay. Here's a pretty easy one, so I'm going to write it out. D plus 17 equals 24. Okay. And of course, our objective is to solve for the unknown, right? And that's D. We don't know what D is equal to. I know a lot of you could probably do this pretty easily in your head, but I want to give you the process for when the problems get a little bit more difficult. Okay. So remember, we want to solve for D, and that means that we got to get it by itself. All right. And we'll go back to using our T-chart, okay, which means we're trying to balance both sides of the equation. Okay. Now in our T-chart, if we want to get D by itself, okay, we have on the left side, we have D plus 17. So I want to get rid of that 17. And since it's a positive 17, to make it worth 0, basically have no value, we're going to subtract it, okay? And whatever I do to one side, remember I do to the other side, okay? Now if I draw my line underneath here, on the left side, we're just left with D. And we can always bring our equal sign right down the middle. And then 24 take away 17 is 7. Now it's important at the end of this that you go back and you substitute that 7 back in for D, okay, just to verify. So if we do 7 plus 17, we get 24. 24 equals 24, so that checks out, okay? And that's it's a pretty easy example that I think you guys would do well on, okay? So right around when you're doing the IXL for today, you're going to be able to do most of these in your head until you probably get to like the 60-point mark. So when you get to 60-point mark, you may need to use a calculator, which is absolutely fine, okay? Let's look at a question that you start to see once you start hitting the 60s. So I'm just gonna erase real quick here, hopefully. Won't take too long. Maybe a little longer than I thought. And I'm sure there's some quicker way of doing this, but I'm still figuring this out and learning. Oh boy. Bear with me, guys. I have a little bit of OCD, so I gotta get rid of every little tiny mark, right? All right, good, and we're back. So I'm gonna give you an example, looks like this. 35 equals G minus 28, okay? Now in this problem, we wanna solve for G, right? That's our unknown variable, and we gotta get it by itself. This one might look a little weird because the G is on the right side instead of the left side, but it doesn't matter. Just as long as both sides are balanced at the end and they equal each other, that's all we need, okay? So we're going to start with our T-chart and draw that line right down through the equal sign, okay? Now we have G minus 28, and we want to get G by itself. So you're probably thinking right now, okay, well, all I need to do is make that equal 0, right? That minus 28. So if you have negative 28, what number do you add to it to make it equal 0? If you guessed positive 28, you are correct. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay, that's part of keeping our equation balanced. And at the end of this, okay, well, what are we left with? We're going to put our bar here. On the right side, these cancel out. So we are left with just G on the right side, sorry. And then on the left side, if you add 35 plus 28, you're going to get 63, okay? If we go back up to plug this in to make sure it works, well, 63 minus 28 is, in fact, equal to 35. 35 equals 35, and that works great for us, okay? So at this point, all right, you should be able to solve most of these problems for today. I'm going to put the IXL skill up on the board here in a second, okay? But I want you to know, definitely use a calculator if you feel the need to. And I think you're going to be all right with today because it's just addition and subtraction. Okay, something we've done a lot of, and I feel pretty confident you guys know how to do this. So let's get rid of more of this. All right. Sorry, for next class, guys, I'll find a better way to erase. It's got to be a way just to go with a blank sheet here. And if anyone knows and has used this, please, in the comment section on Google Classroom, let me know so I can figure this out, okay? So for today, the last thing you're going to do is you're going to follow these instructions here, okay? So you're going to go to IXL, and you're going to go to search at the bottom, okay? Because today's skill is a little different. They have some new skills on there, and you're literally going to type in, you know, this part right here that says, it says JXM, okay? So you're going to type that in, and you're going to get a skill, and it's going to say on it, let me see here, it's going to say solve one-step addition and subtraction equations with whole numbers, okay? I'd like you to go to at least 75 for full credit. I think 80 is a good challenge for most of you and very attainable. And then if you really want to go a little further with it and try some more challenging problems, plus what's called the speed round when you get to 90, you should go to 100 for that super challenge, okay? Lastly, just to verify that you watch this video, you'll also need to answer a question in the comment section on Google Classroom. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been eating a ton of candy recently. It's like been a staple. Every day I've been eating candy. Probably in the morning and in the evening, a little more than I should be, okay? So in the comment section, please tell us what your favorite candy is, okay? Answering this question is part of your assignment, so go ahead and drop us a line. Thanks, guys.